Hello and welcome back to another video. It has been over a year and a half since I've made a video and I missed you guys, so I thought I'd come back with a life update, sharing what I've been up to over the past year and a half, answering some of your questions, and also talking about my journey to becoming a web designer. One of the biggest changes in the past year has been getting tofu. The story of getting tofu feels like such a story of manifestation. So like over a year ago, first of all, I've always absolutely loved Pomeranians. So basically over a year ago, I created a vision board, and on my vision board, I have a white Pomeranian that literally looks exactly like tofu, actually. So the story of getting tofu is that I was looking at adoption sites every single day, but unexpectedly, I was scrolling on Facebook one morning, and I'm in one of the Vancouver Facebook groups, and so somebody had posted in there that they had to rehome their dog. They were starting a full-time job and realized that Tofu was a puppy at the time and he did not have the time to take care of a puppy. So he was looking for someone that worked from home and would have enough time to train him and give him enough attention. William and I ended up deciding to go meet this dog. We both made the promise ahead of time that we were not going to bring any dogs home that day, that we were going to meet him and then we were going to talk about it and think about it. But we ended up going to meet him, and it was basically love at first sight. I fell in love with Tofu the minute that I met him, and so we ended up bringing him home, even though we were not prepared for that whatsoever. So it was a little bit spontaneous and maybe a bit irresponsible, but it was the best decision that I ever made, and we are just so happy to have Tofu now in our lives. So one of the last videos that I made was all about why I became a creative virtual assistant, but I never actually talked to you guys about how I became a creative virtual assistant. So it all started in 2020 during the pandemic. I was in a super dark place. I also just had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I was feeling just really lost. And I was also actually signed up to go back to school for nutrition in the fall. So I was about to start school for nutrition, but right before I started, I decided to see a career counselor just to help me figure out if I was on the right path or what exactly I wanted to be doing with my life. And long story short, he helped me realize that I need to be on a creative path. I've been ignoring my creative side for so long. So around the same time, I found two people on TikTok who seriously changed the trajectory of my life. I found Willow Kai and Becca Luna. They are a couple who are amazing. Willow introduced me to Pinterest management and Becca introduced me to web design. So at the time, both of them sounded like really fun paths that I wanted to pursue. I was super interested in Pinterest management and I was super interested in web design. They both seemed like super visual, creative, just like something that I would really love doing. So I was super interested in learning more about both. So anyways, I ended up dropping out of that nutrition program. Now at the time, Becca didn't have any of her courses that she has now, and I just didn't really know how to get started in this online space. So I ended up finding an opportunity for an internship at a marketing agency doing social media management. So I did a 2-month internship there. This is all while I was still working in a restaurant and serving. Then from there, they actually hired me as their client account manager, doing social media management for all of their clients. And I learned a lot doing that. My boss also knew that I was interested in Pinterest, thanks to Willow. So she introduced me to a Pinterest expert that she knew, Teresa Toledo. So I ended up doing a 2-month Pinterest management internship with Teresa, and that was so awesome. And that's when I fell in love with Pinterest and realized that I definitely wanted to be doing that. I loved doing Pinterest a lot more than social media management. So finally, in April of 2021, I ended up starting my own business as a Pinterest manager. And when I first started my business, of course, I had to build a website. And thanks to Becca, I knew about Showit. Before Becca, I was only familiar, or I had only heard of like Squarespace, WordPress, and Wix for building your website. I had no idea that Showit even existed. So when it was time to build my website for my new business, I ended up going with Showit. And while I was building my website on Showit, I seriously fell in love with web design and I fell in love with Showit. I realized that in the long term, I would absolutely love to be doing websites full time. I don't know what Tofu's doing back there. So around this time is actually when I ended up hiring Willow as my business coach. So he really helped me start my business because I had no idea how to build an online business. He also helped me get my first few Pinterest management clients, and he helped me figure out a game plan of how I was going to first start out with Pinterest management and then over time transition into becoming a web designer. Sorry, it's very distracting filming this video with Tofu. So I was doing Pinterest management, and then while working with clients, I actually ended up doing a lot of design work in their business as well. So I ended up doing a bunch of graphic design work for them, and I also ended up doing a bunch of web design for them. All my clients had different website platforms that they were using, so I ended up getting to learn about WordPress, Squarespace, flow themes, Divi, and so it was great to get experience with these other website platforms, and it made me realize that I loved Showit the most. Showit is by far my favorite website platform. So at this time in my business, Becca actually came out with her first course, Wealthy Web Designer, and shortly after she came out with Passive Passion Project and CEO of Showit. She was doing a bundle sale for those 3 courses at the time, and I knew that I had to get it because I had already consumed like basically all of Becca and Willow's free content and received so much value from them. So I knew that investing in these courses was definitely the right decision for me. To summarize the 3 courses, Wealthy Web Designer is more about the business side of running a web design business. CEO of Showit, it teaches you all about Showit and how to use the platform. At the time when I invested in the course, I was already familiar with Showit, but I still found myself learning so many more things about Showit, which I know saved me so much time in the long term and just saved me from having to figure out so many things on my own. And Passive Passion Project is basically all about how to create a successful website template shop and create passive income. So all 3 courses kind of like fit together so perfectly for creating a successful web design business. For me, what I've learned in my business journey is that investing in courses has saved me so much time and allowed me to accelerate the rate of growth in my business so much faster. Becca recently launched a new resource which I'm super excited about. It's called the Showit Canvas Library. It includes over 100 completely customizable Showit canvases that are free for commercial use. This is so huge for any web designer because it includes everything that you need to build a absolutely gorgeous Showit website. This resource is also so perfect if you want to offer something like a day rate, such as a website in a day. This resource is not only amazing for web designers, but it's actually amazing for their clients because instead of, say, waiting 6 to 8 weeks for a website, it allows you to create a website in a day or in a week, or basically in a much shorter period of time than it would normally take. So this is a resource that I really, really wanted, and Willow was super, super kind enough to give it to me. And I am going to actually open it and see this library for the first time in this video. Bless you. Okay, so now I'm on my laptop and I'm about to open the library, which I'm really excited about. Welcome to the Showit Site Canvas Library. Oh my god. If you look on the side here under Site Canvases, so this is where they have listed all of the canvases that are available for commercial use. Okay. Oh my god, there's like so many, holy shit. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys like a few of these. Oh my god, literally so many of these are so fun. I love this. This is tricky doing this on my laptop because I don't have like as much space as I normally do. Here we go, full screen. So here is one of the main headers that we have. Okay, here's another example of a main header. Amazing, incredible. Oh, I love this. As you'll see here, this is like some animated movements that you can do in Showit. Usually you can only do this with code, so oh cool, sweet. That's so useful to have. I was not expecting there to be any animated movements, like extra stuff in here, so this is so, so fun. That's so cool. When I've looked for these in the past, usually you have, like there's different creators that sell these, like they sell the line of code so that you know how to do these different animated movements. One of them is this one here, the typewriter one. So I was not expecting this to be included in the library. So this is so exciting. This is so cool. So yeah, basically when I'm designing, say I need a canvas for a freebie, I can just pull up one of these to use as a base for whatever canvas I need, which is incredible. I absolutely love this one. So cute. I really love these layout ideas too. I feel like even for this testimonial one, like I could totally use this for something else too. Not necessarily just a testimonial. Different footers, that is so cute. I love it. And what I especially love about this is that you can still completely customize each one of these canvases and add your own creative touch to make it look completely different from the original. Yet at the same time, it still saves you so much time because all of the settings are already done. The mobile version is already built out. You can still use the same sizing, spacing. So even if I want it to look completely different from this, it's going to be a huge time saver for me compared to starting from scratch. So this is just such an incredible resource. I am so, so grateful for this. Oh, this is so cool. I love this because like when I'm designing a website, you know, like you always have to come up with new layout ideas and everything. It just gives me so many new ideas for layouts. Like there's just so many different ways that you can almost like visually communicate different information. If you've ever done web design before, you know that like just the creative process can take you so much time. Like, you know, you're staring at a blank canvas and sometimes you just don't even know where to start. I feel like just even if you want to make it look completely different than how this is, it is so useful having this to start with compared to starting with a blank canvas. Because number one, I feel like this is going to definitely get my creative juices flowing. I love this. So cute. Oh, I'm actually so curious how they built this. I just want to quickly like look at the settings to see what they did for this. Okay, let's look into this. I've like literally built an FAQ section that looked so similar to this and I had to figure it out all on my own. If I had this, I literally would have saved me hours. Right now I want to dive into the canvas for this to see how they built it out because I'm sure they did it in a much smarter way than how I did it. Okay, this is like blowing my mind, seriously. I did not think of building out the views this way, and having this literally would have saved me so much time. I honestly think I'm going to use especially some of these blog canvases for my own website because on my own website, especially for my blog, like I was struggling to find, I don't know, create something that I really loved. And I absolutely love these blog pages. So I am probably going to use some of these for my own website. This is so cute. I love this. This is an Instagram menu. Oh, I want to see what it looks like on mobile. Oh my God. Like one of the benefits of Showit is that you get to completely customize the mobile version of your website, but yet at the same time, it's also a downside because it is definitely time consuming completely building out the mobile version. Because another thing is like when you're doing the mobile version, it's obviously going to be a completely different layout than the desktop version because it is all vertical. So I find that it even takes me quite a while because I have to figure out, okay, like how do I want to display this layout vertically? So just seeing how Becca has laid everything out for mobile is fantastic. I feel like a broken record. It's gonna be such a big time saver for me. Okay, this was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed previewing the library with me. Okay, well, I had better wrap up this video because I just want to dive more into this Canvas library. There's so much to go through, so this is going to take me some time to get through it all. If you guys are interested in learning more about Showit or learning how to become a web designer, definitely check out Becca Luna Education. I think even if you're not interested in becoming a web designer, but maybe you want to build your website on Showit, Becca's course, CEO of Showit, is definitely for you. One thing I love about Becca's courses is that you get access to their Slack channel. So they have an incredible community of other creatives and designers. And so the Slack channel that they have just basically allows you to connect with other creatives and ask any questions that you have. I am literally constantly in there, like, you can search up at the top, like, I don't know, different keywords for a question that you might have. And I always find that somebody else has already asked the same question that I have with a bunch of answers on it. So their Slack community is like an additional bonus to their courses as well that I really love. If you have any questions about literally anything that I talked about in this video, leave them in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!